This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted today to be joined by my good friend Gavin Gwynne. Gavin, it's good to see you enjoying the outdoors, I can see. How is
Yeah,
everything?
yeah, it's all good. But my boy's playing football over Aberdeen. Yeah, it's good to see all the kids out playing football and enjoying themselves instead of indoors playing on their iPads and PlayStations and whatever else. Like it's good.
Well, I mean, I certainly wish I could set my interview up outside, but I don't think I'd have as good connection. So I'm stuck indoors, but I'll be getting outside soon. We'll get straight into things. If people have
Yeah,
been following your socials recently, it's been a bit of a frustrating time for yourself.
yeah,
It's been 6 months now since you last fought out in Riyadh against Mark Chamberlain.
yeah.
And then it's all gone a little bit quiet for yourself. We've been having a little chat off camera about it all. Um, can you just provide us any update as to what's going on in your career at the moment?
Um, just I'm just on hold at the minute. Like I am not. Like I thought Queensberry. Obviously, I got a promotional deal with them. Queensberry would have got me out even just a takeover fight, 6 or 8 rounds, but nothing like. And they've had plenty of shows like so. I don't know where I stand with them. I am done. Do you know what I mean? I won a European title for them. Uh, I relinquished my British title so one of their fighters could fight for it. I've had loads of offers and things like that for fights. I've said yes to every single one of them, but nothing's come back of it. So I've literally, but for 6 months now, I've been just training hard, staying in the gym, um, but like nothing really. So it's hard for me. Do you know what I mean? I got a young family. I got obviously bills to pay. I got to try and be a professional as I can be. Um, but it's hard. Like it's hard when I am got a date. Like I try and say to everyone, you've got to try and stay in the gym because being Welsh, they only give you like 2 or 3 weeks notice. But at this moment in time, I'm honestly thinking about just packing it in because for me financially, it's not possible to keep going the way I am. I'm just like thankful I got amazing sponsors on board that I can train full time. They pay all my bills, but I am got no spare cash or anything like that. Obviously, I got my savings, but I don't want to be going into spending my savings when that's my retirement fund at the end of the day. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to go into my retirement fund just to survive, like sort of thing. Yeah.
You mentioned obviously having the promotional deal with Queensberry. How frustrating is it when you mentioned the show's getting announced? You see that obviously you mentioned giving up your British title for one of your fight from the other fighters to fight for it. How frustrating
Yeah.
is that you just don't feel you're getting anything back from them?
I think they just used me to obviously get a belt. That's what they done. That's like it's plain and simple. That's what they done. Like they used me. So um, like I'm a good ticket seller. I pay for myself. Like so, it's not as if they couldn't go me on a show for a 6 round or anything like that. Um, I know my manager Leeton was spoke to a boxer. I know Lauren Price is coming back to Cardiff. I'd love to box on there because I'd sell stupid amounts of tickets in Wales. Even if it was an 8 rounder or like is it Cori Gibbs he wrote on my social media. He wants a fight on there as well. So me and him could carry on for like I don't know, a British title eliminator or even the British title because I know Sam Noakes is moved on from that now, so maybe he could relinquish our belt and I could fight for my old belt. Like so, that'd be a good one as well.
How frustrating is it, especially when a lot of the talk about a fighter that's coming up and doesn't have a promotional deal, there's that saying, not saying, but the general thought is that once you get a promotional deal, that's what you dream of because it gives you that sense of security. But for you,
Yeah,
it
I,
seems a
I
bit different.
yeah, it was, and obviously last year when I had the promotional deal with Queensberry, I was over the moon. Obviously, I was thinking, all right, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I had everything planned out, but coming off that loss to Mark Chamberlain, and it was like I was unlucky. I didn't even get to show what I was all about. I broke my eye socket in the first round, and I couldn't see a thing. Like so, it was just one of them things. But like, it's like any Welsh fighter, I'd obviously tell them like you gotta have you gotta have good people behind you, because if you haven't, even even me getting a promotional deal, I'm I'm still in the place I am now. Like, do you know what I mean? Where I was at the start of my career, and I got a promotional deal with one of the biggest companies in the world, and I'm still waiting for fights. Unless you're one of these top boys and things like that, I don't think um I don't think you will get a chance. Like,
Looking forward, obviously, we've seen that you've mentioned potential retirement, obviously, if nothing gets materialized. Would you still keep yourself open in the gym in case an opportunity is to come a little bit further down the line?
and it's not even, yeah, but obviously I train like 2 3 times a day when I am going to fight either.
Mm.
Like, it's just not that I'm making weight and staying like trim, like, because obviously I'm a massive for the weights. So for me, I got to diet like 12 months of the year, because if I let myself go, I can go up to a middleweight easy. Do you know what I mean? So I got to stay in shape, stay eating clean and everything else. But like, I've even talked about going up to 10 stone to fight. But still, like, even I called up Gary Cully the other day, and I know for a fact he wants to fight. I wanted to fight, but nothing come back. No offers come back from Matchroom. So I don't know what their plans with Gary is. I know that'd be a cracking fight, a barnstormer, like a domestic showdown sort of thing, and it'd probably sell out the show in Ireland. And I know they got what's the welterweight
Paddy Donovan and Lewis Crocker?
yes, so that's another fight could be on that show. Like we don't even need the matchmakers to make the fights. Like, me and Gary Cully have said yes without any matchmakers there, any promoters. We both agreed for the fight without without them. Do you know what I mean? I just think, I think with the Riyadh season and everything else, the promoters now, they're not putting as many shows on in the UK as well, which is the British fighters are struggling, isn't they? Really, there's not many big shows, so these fighters are struggling like myself, and there's a lot, and it's not just me. It's a lot more out there that are not getting fights. There's another Welshman I know, Jay Harris. He's struggling to get a fight. Um, it's loads more across the border as well. It's not just me. Like, um, and and that's probably down to obviously the less shows, and obviously the Riyadh season they're having the shows and the big shows, so they're taking all the spotlight sort of thing.
Are you still under a promotional contract with Queensberry?
Yeah, I don't have any months is left on it, but I'm still down um as a Queensberry fighter. Yeah.
But do you have the, I guess you could say, the permission to go and take a fight on another promotion if
Yeah. Of course I could. I could go and take a fight on another promotion. There's nothing stopping me from that. So that's why I was tagging Sky and Boxer in posts, like, to try and get myself out there. Like, I'd sell enough tickets to pay for myself, sort of thing. I'd sell enough tickets to pay for my opponent, pay for myself. Do you know what I mean? Pay for the show. But I'm nothing back, which is shit. And I got a high ranking in the British rankings. I still got a high ranking in the European rankings, but I don't know. I don't know whether it's being Welsh or it's just, I don't know. It's just one of them things, I think.
And then also you mentioned even when you're not in camp, you're in the, you're doing 2 or 3 sessions a day. How hard is it to stay motivated in the gym when there's almost no luck coming back your way?
I've always been motivated. It's not the motivation is always there for me. It's just the thing of not earning and everything else. That's what pushes me into like the retirement talk and things like that. It's like, how long can you go without earning money? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's coming up to 7 months now. I haven't earned a penny. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I had a good payday at the start of the year, but I've invested that money. I am dwindled that money away. So um, it's just one of them. It's the motivation's not there to train. It's the motivation is to try and stick it out and try and get a fight sort of thing. When the money's shit at the end of the day, I could earn probably more working, but I still got a dream of winning titles and everything else. So it's just if if I can keep on going financially, that's the aspect of it all, really.
And then if you do have to hang up the gloves and call it a day on your career due to obviously the financial reasons that you mentioned, is there still any desire to stay in boxing in any other ways and obviously help your Welsh community? I know you're a proud Welshman. Would you like to
Yeah.
stay involved in your community and try and help other fighters with the experience that you've gained?
Yeah, I'd love to, and that was one of my goals as well as a professional fighter, is to earn enough money to get my own gym, start my own club up, and everything else. Because I didn't want to go back to working on the site, but I might be have to push that way and go back to work. But it's sad, really, because like someone who's won Welsh, British, Commonwealth, and European titles, fought out in Saudi, and earned enough. If that was like, say, a middleweight or I don't know, light heavyweight, they would earn enough money to I don't know, not go back to work as it was. But it looks like I'm gonna have to go back to work now. But um, I'm gonna probably help out my old amateur boxing club, Chilwell ABC. That would be the goal then, to help them out, help the future. But I would never push anyone into um, being a professional fighter, because it's an absolute mugs game. If I'm quite honest, like, it's a mugs game, and people don't understand that, me being a professional fighter. But you can see what I've done. But I still gotta go back to work after I retire. Do you know what I mean? And that's winning all the titles I did, and not it's one out of like 10 fighters who'll ever win a British title. They don't realise how hard it is to win a British title, and it's no money in it. It's, and I'm just speaking the truth. Like, I'd never push anyone in to be a professional fighter, if I'm quite honest. Like,
Is it just I spoke to Xavier Miller the other day,
yeah,
another trainer, and
yeah,
said to me that he doesn't recommend people getting into boxing, not necessarily because of the dangers of the sport, but he says it's the politics that are in it.
it
Do you
is.
agree with that?
It, yeah, 100%. And obviously, we're the ones, as fighters, we're the ones who's putting all the hard work in and everything else, and we get the less cut sort of thing, where you've got promoters and everything else standing on the sideline. I know they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, putting the shows on and everything else, but they're millionaires. And it's just us mugs doing everything else, and they're earning the coin, like, do you know what I mean?
And then I guess just finally on yourself here, if things don't change and it doesn't go your way and you do decide to retire, when you look back on the career that you've had, because while it might have not ended the way you wanted, you have had a fantastic career.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
be that pinnacle moment? What's the highlight of your career?
Probably winning that British title in Yoko, because like, after losing for it twice, I honestly thought I'd never win it. And then that was, I don't think anything will top that. Even though I won the European title as well, I don't think anything will top winning that and taking that belt home to my grand. Like, that what a fantastic feeling that was, like.
And then when you look back and you look at the career, would you say you've achieved more than what you would have expected?
Oh, 100%. Honestly, and on that, I only thought I'd win the Welsh title, and I done that within just over a year as being pro. Um, but that was just down to perseverance from myself, just constantly believing in myself, and training as hard as possible. Like, to me, was one of them. Like, um, but I overachieved massively. Um, but it was just all down to my grit, determination, and hard work. Really, I think it was.
And then just moving away, obviously, while I've got you here, I do want to get your thoughts on some big fights, especially some
Yeah,
around your weight. A fight announced recently, Adam Azim versus Ohara Davies.
yeah,
Uh, a real crossroads type of fight when you look at it. Ohara's been at the top level.
yeah,
Adam
yeah,
Azim is one of the hottest prospects in the sport at the moment. When you look at
yeah.
that fight, how do you see that playing out?
I think everyone's judging Ohara off his last fight. He got caught cold, and I've done that myself. Obviously, I got caught cold in my European title fight in the first round. My legs went like jelly, but I recovered and come back and won. But it was just one of them for Ohara Davis. He's still a great fighter, so it's a proper 50-50 fight. But I just see Adam Azim, his boxing ability. I think he'll just outbox Ohara. But Ohara's always got that puncher's chance because Ohara, it's very hard for a 10-stone fighter. So he's just got to be wary, Adam. But I think that's a great fight. And I think even though he's under Let's Go manager with Leaton, the same as myself, I think Adam wins it on points, if I'm quite honest.
If Adam Azim is to lose that fight, how big of a blow would that be? Not just for his career, because he can always come back, but for
Yeah.
boxers who have put a lot of investment and a lot of time into promoting him. How big of a
Yeah,
blow is it for them?
and that's what I was saying the other day. If he beats him, it's just another win. If he doesn't look good against him, everyone's going to slate Adam Azim, and even if he loses, it's going to be a massive blow for boxer and Ben Shalom. Yeah,
Fair enough. And then just another fight I want to get your thoughts on. Announced last night, Sonny Edwards versus Galal Yafai.
what a
In,
fight!
in a year where a lot of criticism has been thrown on the British boxing schedule, we've got
Yeah,
a great fight there, a real 50
yeah.
50, a fight fans have wanted to see. Um,
There's one for that show now. Me against what's his name, Cameron Vuong. There you go, matchroom. I just made it for you.
Boom! Wow.
Job done.
Think someone should give you a matchmaker's job if you can't get yourself a fight, may as well look at the matchmaking scene.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that a fight that genuine interest? Because Cameron Vong has done a 10 rounder within five
yeah,
fights now, and he does seem to be the real deal.
yeah. I'd happily fight him. Just send me the offer over, and I'll go over it. And as long as the money's realistic, I'll take the fight.
And how would a fight go between you and Cameron Vong?
I stop him late.
Fair play.
Simple. I beat him.
Fair play. I like the confidence. And then just a thought on the main event. How would you see a fight between Sonny and Galal playing out?
Do you know what? It's a proper IQ fight, a boxing IQ fight. It'll be a. But I just think Sonny's so elusive and hard to hit. I just think he'll outbox him, but I could be wrong. But I like Yafai as well. I really like him as a fighter. I like him as a person. I like Sonny. So, but if I was going to pick one, I'd probably pick Sonny Edwards. He's had the more experience. He's been in there with Bam as well, who's a hell of a fighter. And so I'd probably pick I'd probably pick Sonny if I was going off off my instincts. Yeah, I think I'd pick Sonny.
Would you say this is a fight that's come at the perfect time for Galal Yafai, or would you say this is could this be a little bit too soon, possibly?
No, not really, because even if he lost, no, if he lost to he's number one in the Ring magazine, Sonny's still in, is he? So, oh no, not in the Ring magazine, but in most of the governing bodies. So it can't be too early. Like even if he gets a loss, he can always come back. Do you know what I mean?
And Gavin, just finally, I'm just going to give you the stage, give you the microphone, I guess you could say. Just say what you want to say. If you've got anyone to thank, if you just want to call for any more fights, the stage is yours.
Yeah, I just want to thank all, even if it is my last fight now. I just want to thank all my supporters, all my fans, my family, my friends, obviously my wife, my boy. I want to thank um, just everyone for supporting me. And from the start, I've always had amazing support. So I just want to thank everyone. But if if anyone wants to fight at 135, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm waiting. Frank Warren, Eddie Earn, Ben Shalom. Just give me an offer, please.
Just one more. So looking at the management side of things, Lee Eaton. Lee is
Yeah,
someone who I'd say is probably one of the busiest managers in the game. That man
yeah,
has got so many fighters on his roster. How good has it been to work with him? Has he really tried to make
Yeah, he has. Do you know what? He's been texting me every week. He's on it like constantly. So I just want to thank, obviously, Leaton as well. He got me the opportunity to fight for the British title, fight for the defender, and fight for the European title. So I want to thank him massively as well. But I know it's a hard job. Obviously, the money ain't in the UK at the moment. It's the money's in Riyadh season. But if I could fight on one of them shows again, that'd be amazing. Like,
is there? I know I said last one, but I'm just having more and more questions pop into my head here. Is there any desire to possibly target some fights abroad? Maybe there's a lot of 130s and 135s
yeah,
stateside. Any interest in
I'd
that?
fight anyway. Like, I got a gum shield. I'm willing to travel anyway. Honestly, I'd even go to Mexico to box. It's not. I'd go to Russia. I'd go to Germany. I don't care who I fight. I just want to fight. I'm one of them fighters. I don't care who it is. I just want to lay my hands go on someone.
And then obviously, I know I've said this earlier, but about the retirement, is it while you'd go back to work, would you still stay in the gym and then stay in contact with Lee if you're still licensed? If any fights do come up, let's say 6 months, a year down the line when you may have not been boxing for a while, would you take a fight still?
Like, I'm talking about retirement. Like, it's gonna happen this year. It wouldn't happen this year because I only just had my medical, so that'd just be a waste of money.
Yeah.
So it'd be next year now because obviously the medicals are, well, they're about 1,500 quid. So that would have been just a waste of money. But I'm gonna have to last it out until that medical's up anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna stay in the gym at least another year. But that's what I'm just putting in people's heads. If I can't get a fight, I'm gonna have to go back to work. That's the sad reality of professional boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Gavin, thank you very much for your time. I do
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me on as well. Thank you very much.
And hopefully we do get some big fights for yourself soon because, like I said, you're a great fighter. Just more of a thank you from myself as well. When I first started doing interviews, you were one of the first people I interviewed. You always given me your time whenever I've reached out, and here I am now, a lot further on, doing a lot better in this boxing media job.
Yeah, yeah.
So I owe a lot to you for giving me your time, and I do
No,
hope you get a
no
big fight soon.
problem. Thank you very much. Thank you, Josh. Thank you.